Hello, you're watching Proactive. Here's a look at some of the small cap company news we've been covering over the past week. EnergyPathways has formally accepted the gas storage license for its mesh project and launched the next phase of development. The company is targeting a final investment decision in 2028, with commercial operations planned for 2031.
And we could be very competitive in that market. We'll be lower cost to that market, and ultimately, it's gas power gen that sets the electricity prices of the UK market. So we see ourselves as a game changer to displacing the UK's over-reliance on expensive gas power gen.
Ilika says a retail offer alongside an institutional placing will help fund the commercial rollout of its Stereax and Goliath batteries. The funding supports customer validation, product deliveries, and the next stage of Goliath development.
Retail investors and the management team at Ilika are fully aligned in that, we are absolutely laser focused on commercialization. Clearly, we've invested significant capital in developing the technology. And I think on both product lines, we're at that inflection point where commercial reality and commercial opportunities are maturing.
Metals One has increased its stake in Lions Bay to over 54%. The deal strengthens its South African mining portfolio, while work continues at Barbrook and the Las Huaquillas project in Peru.
So what this transaction signifies to the market is where we see the equity value point for us converting our debt at a significant increment to what we've put our money in at. So over the course of the last 10 months, we've advanced around £5 million. With this deal, it's confirmed that debt is now worth around £15 million in terms of an increased ownership stake in Lions Bay Capital.
Rainbow Rare Earths has simplified the processing flowsheet at its Phalaborwa project in South Africa ahead of the definitive feasibility study. The changes are expected to reduce risk while keeping capital costs within previous guidance.
We believe these optimizations have simplified our flowsheet, which bodes well for not only, as I mentioned, OPEX, but also the operability of the plant, reducing the risk around operability, which will ensure that we can get the throughput we publish, and also, very importantly, get the recovery, the overall recovery that we're targeting to get the rare earths out of the phosphogypsum.
Gelion has entered the US market with a national lab agreement and appointed Matthew Wood as its new chief executive. The company sees growing opportunities for its sulfur battery technology across defense, drones, and energy storage.
I'm extremely enthusiastic about the next 6 to 8 months. I'm cognizant of the stock market rules. And so I think the best way to describe this is to look back at the traction over the last 6 to 8 months. We've seen the raft of agreements that John and the team have put in place with the right partners, and there will be more to come.
Bradda Lithium says recent analyst coverage highlights a significant gap between its share price and underlying value. Drilling at Whistlejacket is due this month, with a maiden resource targeted for early next year.
You're right that we're moving from an exploration company, because we've found the pegmatites, into a resource company, putting them into real numbers, and from that into an operational company where cash flow is a guaranteed successful input from the work that we will have done.
Follow us and subscribe on YouTube, our social channels, and on proactiveinvestors.co.uk.